Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm super excited because today is a day that I've been waiting for, which is a day to work directly with you on the Build Your Sales Team Challenge. So let me welcome all of you who are joining. Welcome, 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 every single one of you. You know, I couldn't think of a better place than right now for those folks that are ready to build your sales team. And let me tell you what we do. We help entrepreneurs generate revenue with a sales team. So if you're just getting aboard, look right below the video, I'm going to make sure we're there and let me know you're here. If you're here in the private group, you can just type in sales team network, and that'll take you over to the private group. So I want you to come on over because I want you to let me know you're here. I'm going to first make sure that we're live. Let me just make sure because sometimes we get started and I can't hear myself. So do me a favor right now. Let me go here. Let me do that. And go over to Sales Team Network right now, and make sure you build your team challenge. Okay, let's just make sure you can hear me in the group. I'm going to go there now to make sure you can hear me. And if you're there, let me hit this here. Post. There we go. I'm going to make sure we're there. Okay. Now we're ready to get started. Now I'm here with all the champions. Now I'm here with all the winners. I'm going to just double check. Now do me a favor. If you're just tuning in, look right below the video. Give me a second. I just want to make sure. I want you to look below the video wherever you're watching and just let me know we can hear you. Just type Shay, we hear you. Just put Shay, we hear you, because sometimes I get started and I can't be heard. Okay. But I promise you in just a moment that we're going to change your life. And for many of you, we're going to allow you to be able to take back your time, take back your business, and serve more folks. You know, I was talking to someone just about 2 weeks ago as I'm double checking everything, make sure you can hear me. I'm looking at everything on the monitors and everything. And they said, Shay, when I got in business, I never got in business to be the number one salesperson. In fact, I never got in business really even to run the sales team, but I find myself being the number one salesperson because I'm the only one that generates revenue. And that has to stop. And I said, you know, we're going to do something about that. There's a time for you to do all the work, and then there's a time for you not to do all the work. And this is not the time. So for all of my entrepreneurs, all of my speakers, all of my coaches, all of my trainers, all of my network marketers, do me a favor, by the way, all my business owners, look right below the video and just say, Shay, we hear you, or let me know you're in the house. Okay, let me just double check one more thing here. And I think we will just about be ready to kick off. And for some of you who want to know what we're talking about, are you at day one? Yes, in fact, you're at day one. This is day one. This is the 5-day sales challenge, the 5-day sales challenge. And someone was asking me, they said, Shay, when you created this, what's one of the reasons you decided to do this for 5 days? And I said, well, number one, I can't give you all the information as much as I would want to. I can't do all of that in like one setting, and I couldn't do it in 1 hour. So I said, you know, but over the next 5 days, we can break this thing down in a way that you're going to be able to build your sales team, and you're going to know step by step how to do it. Now, I'm going over now to make sure you can hear me. Let me check. Look below the video. I also make sure I can be heard. I'm double checking the monitor one more time. Let me just do that. Just give me a second. And I know some of you are watching on different platforms, so I just want to confirm you can hear me. Lynette says we can hear you. Thank you. Sheree says we can hear you. Brenda Myers, what's up? Brenda Myers is in the house, and she says, Shay, we can hear you. That's great. What's up, Pamela Duckett? Thanks for joining. Okay, the All-Stars have arrived. What's up, Erna? It's a pleasure to meet you. Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. You are amazing. You're incredible. I'm going to go share what we're going to be going over so that you have an idea what's going to happen today. But for everyone to just join, do me a favor. If you just joined right now and you're just tuning in, right? So you're like, Shay, I'm just tuning in. I'm just here. Do me a favor. Look below the video and put your first name so I know who you are. So look right below the video and put your first name. Make sure they can see that I'm writing kind of big, huh? Put your first name, and then right below the video, put your last name. And then right below that, just write where you are from. Now, it doesn't matter where you're watching this. I know many of you are watching this on different platforms. What's up, Pamela? Thanks a lot for letting me know you can hear me. And then put hashtag ready, R-E-A-D-Y, ready to serve, S-E-R-V-E. There we go. So look right below the video right now. Look right below the video and put the hashtag ready to serve. And this is for all of the folks out there that showed up to serve. This is for all of you who are ready to serve more people. You want the resources. You want the revenue. Yeah, you showed up for a lot of reasons. I get it. But more importantly, you're like, you know what, Shay? I showed up so I can make a difference for someone else. I showed up so I can change some lives. I'm in business right now because there's a problem that exists on the planet and I need to solve it. And I don't want to do it by myself, which I fully understand. I want to do it with a team. I want to do it with some folks that are really to make a difference and $1 at the same time. What's up, Tamika? Thanks a lot for joining. And for all the folks that are over at Build Your Sales Team Challenge, that are just signing on, that are just now part of the private, the elusive, the exclusive Facebook group, thanks a lot for joining. You're at the right place. I promise you, at the right time, and this will be the right message for you. So let me just first go over and talk about what we're going to talk about so you have an idea. And then from there, let me get that right here. And then from there, we're going to just jump right into it if that's okay. So this is day one. And day one is all about build your sales. Someone already sent me a text and said, Shay, that says sales. Build your sales team challenge, right? Day one, we're going to talk about the 5 components of a 7-figure sales team. And then I'm going to break it down so you understand how we solve a problem. Now, for those folks that are out there and you're listening to me right now, do me a favor. You, the entrepreneur, you the winner, you the champion, you the one that's out there. Lean in. Everybody lean into the camera right now and be interactive. Do me a favor. If you're ready to change some lives, drop a 1 right below. This is going to be interactive. Just drop a 1. Just drop a 1 right below the video. No matter what page you're watching on, no matter what platform, drop a number 1, and that's a signal you're ready to serve. That's a signal you're ready to have more meaning in the world when the money comes in. Keep leaning in. But drop number 1. That's a signal that you're ready to have more impact. You're going to make more income, but you're ready to have more impact. And more importantly, drop a number 1. If you're ready to make $1 and a difference at the same time. Isn't that kind of cool? We can make $1 and a difference at the same time. Okay, now I know I'm ready. Now I know I'm with the right folks. Don't worry, we got some good content. Don't worry, you're going to learn some stuff. But this is interactive. You know, we looked at all the platforms. I said, you know what? Let's just share the message right now. Let's just make this thing easy. Okay, let me first kind of walk through what's going to happen on day 1. So you go ahead and put day 1 in your notes. Day 1. And the big, bold claim on here is that we're going to learn the 5 components of a 7-figure. Don't laugh at my writing, by the way. Don't laugh at my writing. Sales team. Now, for some of you who are meeting me for the very first time and you're like, okay, Shay, I get it. Give me the components right away. I'm gonna do that because I want you to have it. But as I get ready to do that and I look over here and I see Connie drop the number 1 right below. Lynette dropped the number 1 right below. I'm looking at another one. Carol, I see you on the other side. What's up? Carol Harris is in the house. So many of you that are tuning in right now, and it's an honor and a privilege to have you aboard right now to be focused not only on going to the next level, but understanding what we have to do. So give me just a moment here. I think this closed on me. No problem. From the start. All right, there we go. Now we're ready. Now we're cooking with gasoline. Okay, so for those folks that want to know if you're at the right place at the right time, we'll be talking about how to build a 7-figure sales team. And I want you to imagine if the question was asked to you right now, Carol, how do you build a 7-figure sales team? What would be your response? What's up, Brianna? How would you go about doing that? Talk to me. How would you go about doing that? For those folks that want to know my name, and don't worry, we'll get into all that, by the way. My name, for those folks that tune in, is Shay Brown, the happy entrepreneur. I'm super excited to be talking about day 1, the 5 components of a 7-figure sales team. And yes, we do host the #1 business development and revenue focused late night show in the country, but it's not about that. It is the Happy Entrepreneur Show for those folks to get a chance to tune in. We certainly appreciate you. But let's just jump right into the big promise of today. Let's just jump right into it. Let's just forget all the other cool stuff that's going on. But let me just give you the first statement, the first note that I want you to write down in your notes right now. Please put this in your notes. Let's show it to them. Put this in your notes right now. Selling will solve any business problem. I want you to write that down. What's up, Rick Dentley, my man? Good to see you. Good to see you. What's up, Brianna? Montrese in the house. Selling will solve any business problem. Now, I know that's a big, bold claim. And I know that's a lot to say, right? And I know for some of you, like, Shay, selling will solve any business problem. Let's think about right now some of the problems that you have that if you made more sales, it would make a big difference for you. So I want you to start just like right now, let's just start our own list, right? Let's just start our own list of problems. So let's say for some of you, #1, oh, you can't see that. It's on the wrong side. Let me erase that because you can't see it. Here we go. #1. There we go. Well, that's not good either. Let me just do this here. 1 second. There we go. I got too much stuff going on over here. Let me delete this. Okay. #1, for some of you, I want you to think, what problems would selling solve for you right now? Seriously, go ahead and put that down. Maybe some of you would just pay off debt. If that's you, write that down. Some of you, if you got to pay for tuition. So you've got to send your kids to a school of your choice. Others of you, you would quit your job. For others of you out there, and I know it's not all about you, but I want you to write a list of if you could make more sales right now in your business, what would it do for you? Because I don't believe that you have a money problem. I believe there's a sales problem, and that's what having a sales team is going to do for you. What's up, Jason? Thanks a lot. I saw your comment. Thanks. He said he can hear me loud and clear. That's good to know. Now think about, for some of you, maybe sales will allow you to build your own marketing team. Like right now, you want to have a marketing team. What's up, Mary? What's up, Deborah Brown? Thanks a lot for joining. All of you who are joining right now. And maybe for some of you right now, as you're watching, you're like, Shay, I got to improve my marketing. Some of you need Facebook ads. I got a call last week, and the reason I want you to notice it, I made a big, bold claim. I said that selling will solve any business problem. And so I want you to write down how having a sales team will free you up. And if you were able to generate the revenue, what it would mean for you, because that's the big, bold claim. The big, bold claim is you're going to learn the 5 components of a 7-figure sales team. I'm going to go into detail. I get it. What's up, Jessica Smith? Thanks for joining. It's always a pleasure. All of you are joining, by the way. It's always a pleasure, by the way. But I want you to think, what else would selling do for you? I was talking to this individual, and she said, Shay, I just want to make more sales for one reason and one reason only. And I said, what's that? And she said, I need an executive assistant. She said, during the last 4 months, I had to lay off my executive assistant, someone that I had worked with for the last 7 years. And this person was in pain over this. And she said, I was struggling because do I pay my mortgage? Do I pay the executive assistant? And selling, which is what I said earlier, let me just show you. We did mention that. I'm taking y'all behind the scenes. You guys are seeing what I'm doing. I mentioned just a few seconds ago, and here's what we're talking about right now, is that selling will solve any business problem. So if selling would solve any business problem, then it makes sense to me to take a look at what problems will selling solve. Well, this individual said, Shay, if I could just executive, don't laugh at my writing. Please don't laugh at my writing. Assistant. She said, Shay, if I could just hire an executive assistant and bring her back. What's up, Claire? It would mean so much to me. I would feel better. I will be able to do some things that I really want to do. And I said to her, I said, you need a sales team, but you also need to make more sales. And I said, now all your efforts you're doing right now, everything you're doing right now, it all leads to one place. So all of your marketing, all of your automation tools, all of your personal development, all of your coaching calls, and this person works with a coach already. I said, it all leads to one place. Because all roads in business lead to one place. Now you wrote down what problems that you're looking for your sales team to solve, and I'm so thankful for that. And so I was able to make the point to her that I want to make to you as you're listening right now. And I think this right here is in harmony with what I told her, and it created a breakthrough. And we've been working together now for the last 3 weeks, and I'm really pleased that we made a lot of progress, not to build her sales team, but to also make sure that we looked at her sales funnel in order to bring in the right type of clients so that she then can serve more people and make more sales. It's not about the money, but it's what she would do. So I want to give a statement right now. And this is a statement, and you may or may not agree with me, but this is certainly a statement. All roads in business lead to a professional sales presentation. Let me say that again. That is very important. All roads in business lead to a professional sales presentation. What's up, Anthony? What's up, Kelvin? Hey, what's up, Mary? Thanks for joining. So if you think about all roads in business, I want you to think of it like this. And you may have a resistance to selling, and I'm okay with that. And you might not want to do the sales, and I'm okay with that. But I want you to think about it. If this is your marketing, so let's say one of the things you're doing is marketing. Hopefully you can see that. One of the things you're doing, it said use a darker color. Okay. One of the things you're doing is marketing. So let's say you're marketing. Let's say all of your branding, many of you spend a lot of money on branding, and you should. And let's say all the money right now you spend on your marketing, you're spending on your branding, all the money you're spending on all your automation tools, your softwares. Some of you, all the money you're spending, let's think about this right now. All the money you're spending right now on your Facebook ads. All the money you're spending now on your professional development, let's just call them coaches. Your coaches or all your training. All the money you're spending now in all of these areas and so many more, they lead to one place and one place only. And they all lead, because all roads in business, doesn't matter what road you're in, write that down. All roads in business lead to a professional sales conversation. Someone do me a favor. If you're out there right now, as you're out there, and I hope you're paying attention. Hope you and I, we're going to get some good stuff. Hope you're listening right now. But I want to frame the conversation why a sales team is so important, because we have the biggest job and the toughest job in the world. I was telling my team this last week. We have to convince entrepreneurs, those are our prospects, that they need sales in their business. And trust me, it's a big deal. But all roads in business lead to a sales conversation. Do me a favor, look right below the video, and write these words, #sales conversation. #sales conversation. Yeah, you're in this challenge, and yeah, I'm gonna have some homework for you, and yes, you're gonna build your 7-figure sales team, but I want you to know, and I want you to hear me like you've never heard me before, and watch with new eyes. Everything we're discussing is leading to a sales conversation for you or for your sales team. Now my goal is to make sure that you don't have to do the work. My goal is to make sure that we reduce your labor. My goal is to make sure that when you want to go spend time with the family or spend time with your son or your daughter, that the business doesn't stop. I had a conversation recently, this is like in the last month, and they said, Shay, my business has stopped because I've got to take care of the kids. My business has stopped because I got to take them to the doctors. My business has stopped because I've got to take care of a family member. The whole business comes to a stop. And I said, it doesn't have to be that way. There is another way, and we're going to help you with that. We're going to build your 7-figure sales team. That's my promise. That's my goal. That's what we're all looking to do, and we're looking to make that happen. So all roads in business lead to a professional sales presentation. Do me a favor, if you're watching this, what's up, Moon? What's up, Sakisha? What's up, Daniel Evans? What's going on out there? Clayton, my man, I had a chance to talk to you the other day. Gwendolyn, it's been so long. By God, gee, Moniz, it's been so long. But all roads in business lead to a professional presentation. So it makes sense for us to focus on the one area that generates revenue in the business. And it makes sense to us to make sure that we make this happen. And I'm so glad that all of you are aboard. So you might be wondering as you're listening right now, who is this conversation for? Am I at the right place? Should I even pay attention? I saw it. Someone said I should join. I get it. I feel you. It's 5 days, but we're going to set the tone today. Today, we're going to set the tone if that's okay for you. This conversation is for you right now if you just hate sales. You're like, Shay, I hate sales. Sales is just not for me. I get it. When you think of a salesperson, what do you normally think of? Like you out there, you and I, we're in this together. When you think of a salesperson, what do you think of? Sleazy, arm twisting, manipulative, someone that's trying to convince me to do something. And you don't want to hire a team like that. Don't worry, we're going to teach you how to do that. But that's what most folks have. They have this negative connotation. They think of some guy that's selling used cars with a yellow hat on and a plaid burgundy shirt and maybe some brown pants on and some purple boots, right? Trying to convince you to do something. So if you hate sales, this conversation is for you because that's not what this is all about. No, it's not what it's all about. What's up, Renetta? Thanks for joining. This conversation for you, you should pay attention. Someone hit the share button. Someone hit the watch party button. Someone pay this message forward to someone else. If you don't sell, you don't eat. Now, and hear me. I said all roads in business lead to a professional sales presentation. Everything that we're doing, I talked about we're going to focus on that. But then as you're watching, as you're listening, as you're tuning in, you're thinking, what, Shay? I'm a full-time entrepreneur. If you don't sell, you don't eat. If that's you, I'm glad you're here. You're at the right place at the right time. Or, you know, one of the reasons, Mona, one of the reasons that some of my clients really don't want to do the sales and they're okay with hiring a sales team to do the sales, even if it's just to qualify people for them, is they really are tired of someone opting in, of someone going through a Facebook ad, of someone interested in their high ticket item or their low ticket item, but yet when they talk to them, guess what? Tired of talking to unqualified leads. If that's you right now, if I struck a nerve, if I'm on your street, if you're smelling what I'm cooking in the kitchen right now and you're tired of talking to unqualified leads, do me a favor if you would. Please do me a favor. Drop right below the video. What's up, Trenda? What's up, Haiti? What's up, Carol Ann? Drop right below the video. Drop the number 2. Just drop the number 2. The number 2 signifies that I'm tired of this, Shay. I'm tired of talking to people that just aren't qualified. And you know what, Shay? If I talk to more qualified people, Shay, I would close more deals. Seriously, Shay, if I just talk to more qualified people, I would close more deals. Or maybe, one of the things I love to share is you're hitting number 2, by the way. I'm coming down your street. Maybe you have a vision for the people you were called to serve. And I know oftentimes I always talk about this, and sometimes people say, Shay, why do you do this all the time? Why do you say this almost every single time? You've got to talk about 3 visions. Because I want you to know you should just pay attention if you have a vision. And I happen to be a believer, and that's who I am. Might not be your thing, but I'm a believer, and I believe that we were put here for other purposes other than ourselves. I believe that God upstairs said, we've got this bigger vision. I've got a vision to help entrepreneurs and share my gift, and you've got one. And the only thing holding you back right now is resources. Now, if you're hearing it for the very first time, you're like, Shay, that's me. Resources is my thing. It's holding me back. If that's you, I want you to pay attention. What's up, Pamela? I want you to pay attention. Ty, it's good to see you again. So I believe in my heart that we all have 3 visions. Everyone do me a favor. Jot this down in your notes. Put down 3 visions. 3 visions. And this is the only reason you might be ready to build your 7-figure sales team. You're ready to generate more revenue. I believe we have 3 visions. The first vision, I'm trying to change colors and be cool. The first vision I believe we have, vision number 1, is we have a vision for ourselves. So we have a vision for, you can put myself. So you have a vision right now for the way you want to dress, maybe the clothes you want to wear. You have a vision right now for the type of food you want to eat. You might have a vision right now for the type of car you want to drive, or I say it like this, the home you want to be in, the neighborhood you want to live in. And in order for you to execute this vision over here, it takes revenue. And that's the only thing holding you back from executing the vision you have for yourself. Some of you also have vision number 2. And you have a vision for your loved ones. Everyone write down loved ones. Write down loved ones. Write down loved ones. Write down loved ones. And what that means is that you have a vision for someone that you love that's close. I'm blessed that Mother Dear is still here. She's 73 years old, very healthy, but I have the benefit of taking her to physical therapy. I have the benefit of hanging out with her. And how many know it takes time away from the business? Put 2 kids through college. How many know you had to write a check to make some things happen? Some of you want to send your kids to a school of your choice. Some of you want to take care of a loved one right now, like you want to write a check and make sure their health care is taken care of. That's very important to me. Some of you want to make sure that right now you can write a check for a cause that you believe in that's much bigger than you. I got it. But in order to do that, Shay, you said, Shay, in order to do that, it takes revenue. And right now, Shay, that's holding me back. I'm not even generating the revenue that I need right now. Don't worry, we're going to help you. I'm going to show you the 5 components of building a 7-figure sales team. Then I'm going to challenge you. We're going to work on you hiring your first salesperson and doing so many cool things. That's coming up in just a second. But first, I just want to make sure you and we are connected. We're on the same page. And then the third vision I believe you have, is you have a vision for the people you were called to serve. Called to serve. SERVE. In order for you to execute that vision, it takes resources. It takes resources to execute your vision. It takes resources to execute the vision for your loved ones. And it takes resources to execute the vision for the people you were called to serve. And the analogy I always use is Noah in the Bible. And I want you to imagine that you're Noah in the Bible, right? And you're ready to get started. And right before you get started, again, you don't have to be a believer. That's not the point. But I want you to hear me. You can still benefit from the story of Noah. And Noah in the Bible is about to get started. And right before he gets started, imagine there's a knock at the door. And Noah looks over and says, hey, what's going on? They said, Noah, we're sorry to report to you, my man, but guess what? There's no hammers in the house. Noah says, no hammers, no big deal. He's still ready to go, man. He's ready to go. And then there's another knock at the door. So Noah looks, and Noah says, what's going on over there? They said, Noah, there's no nails, no hammer, no nails, no big deal. I hear you. I know you've heard this before, but I want you to follow me. This is why we're going to build that sales team for you. Noah, I might as well confess, there's no wood and there's no people. Good luck on the mission. And maybe that's where you are right now. You got people you were called to serve. You're ready to do something bigger than yourself. And now it's time to generate the revenue. So this conversation we're having right now, me and you, it's time to serve. If you know that this is your time, if you know now is the time, look right below the video. And I got to get going, by the way. I'm just getting started. Look right below the video and write these words. Now is the time. Now is the time. This is your time. Put that, look right below the video and write, now is your time. Because now is your time. Now is your time to get started. Now is your time to do something different. Now is your time to go to another level. You have a vision for the people you were called to serve, and you can't hold back on that anymore. You've got to unleash it. You've got to let it go. Someone hit the share button for me, please. Hit the share button. Someone hit the share button and pay this message forward and say, it's time to serve. Just put, it's time to serve, because this is your time. This is your moment. And we're going to generate all the revenue you need to execute those what? That way. I'm getting lost myself. Oh my gosh, too much stuff going on. But to execute the 3 visions you have for the people you were called to serve. And yeah, we're going to get technical. And yeah, we're going to break it down. And yeah, this week you're going to finally do it. But for some of you, I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So Raymond, when you tune in, you know why you're tuning in. When you tune in, Clara, you know why you're tuning in. Jonathan, when you tune in, you know you're at the right place at the right time. If you have a vision for the people you were called to serve, put now is my time. Now is the time. I want to make sure y'all can hear me. I want to make sure you're out there. Now, let's go look now if we can. I want to make sure now is the time. I see you. Good. People are texting me. Don't text me, call me. Now, before we get started, I do want to share our 4-step 4S formula, because this formula has helped so many of our clients. And I know as you're listening right now that it's going to help you as well. It's going to help you as well be able to really go to an entirely different level. And I know that. I feel that in my spirit. And I know for many out there, this is exactly what you want to do. So let me go ahead and share the 4S formula. But first, let me just share one of my core beliefs. And I want you to share your philosophy. As you're listening right now, you might have a philosophy that you like as well. And it's a philosophy that's near and dear to you. And if it is, just look right below the video, and I want you to write your philosophy. Because philosophies drive us. Philosophy is what takes us to another level. So you look right below the video, and I want you to write this in your notes. Systems beat goals every single time. Put that in your notes. Systems beat goals every single time. Put that in your notes. Systems beat goals every single time. And I want you to think about that. I've run 5 marathons. And it's not about running a marathon, although that's important, but it's about what systems did we have in place in order for us to be able to do that. When I ran my first marathon, by the way, I failed. I only ran a marathon because Oprah Winfrey had run a marathon. I said to myself, if Oprah can run a marathon, I know I can run a marathon, right? So I decided to go out there, decided I was going to get started. I had, just like many of you, I had a vision for what I wanted to do, for myself. I was going to run this marathon. So I get out there and I just ran. That's what you can do when you're a young whippersnapper, by the way. You can just run. And then at mile 18, bam, I hit something called the wall. Now, anybody knows what the wall is in running? The wall is when you hit something and you've gone so far, you can't take another step. You can't go any further. And so I paused. I stopped. And I decided that I was going to relax for a while. I wasn't going to do that thing. Have you ever found yourself in a position where you hit like something in the wall of life? Maybe it was a divorce for you. Maybe it was a bankruptcy for you. Maybe it was a client that said they weren't going to work with you. Maybe it was your automation tool didn't work and the system didn't work the way it was supposed to. Maybe it was something that happened when a family member got a call and it was something that happened to them and you just stopped. You hit the wall. And when I hit that wall, I wish I could say I got excited and motivated, but I didn't. I looked around. Maybe you've done that. You ever looked at other business owners and say, how are they doing that? Why are they making money? Why are they all profitable? Why are they able to execute the visions they have for the people they were called to serve? Why not me? And maybe that's you. And I was just like that. Yes. Oh my gosh. I saw people running by me. I'm like, man, I'm young. That old person, I can do better than them. That person, I can't believe they were in the marathon. But they were going. And so something told me, something said, Shay, just put one foot in front of the other foot, in front of the other foot. That's something that I was telling my dad. Just keep on going. Just keep moving. And so I started taking one step, and then another step, and then another step, and then another step. And maybe that's where you are right now. You got to take a step towards building your 7-figure sales team. You got to take a step out of not doing all the sales yourself. It's time for you to take that step. And we're going to talk about the systems you can do in order to make that happen, because systems beat goals every single time. Yeah, I finished. I didn't finish first. I didn't finish to my time, but I did finish, because sometimes, put this in your notes, please, someone write this below the video. There's a time for completion and there's a time for perfection. There's a time for completion. Let me write that down. I'm going to write that down myself. There's a time for perfection and there's a time for completion. So we talk about systems beat goals every single time. Write down time for, so there's a time for completion. Wrong one. Time for completion. We just got to get something done. And then there's a time for perfection. Put that in your notes. Time for completion and a time for perfection. Right now, for where we are, it's now time for completion. Time for us to finally get a team. Success is a team sport. We know we can only get so far by ourselves. And so it's not a time to get it perfect, and it might not be perfect when you first start, but it's a time to get it completed. What's up, Greg? And that's what this is all about. This is why this is so near and dear to me. This is why this is so important. Time for completion versus a time for perfection. So when I finish the story on the marathon, I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm going to give you the 4S formula. I haven't forgotten. But when I ran the race the next time, so I got back in it the next year. This time I hired a coach. This time I worked with a team out of Florida, and they were running a marathon down in Florida. And I said, you know what, I'm going to do this. This time I raised money for a cause that was bigger than me, because that inspired me, knowing that I was doing something to help someone else. And they had a system. They had a process. We even got together on Saturdays to run the long runs. We talked to each other during the week to keep each other encouraged. But here's something that I learned. When I was on that race, I told them, day one, there's a lot of young whippersnappers. I'm getting to building a 7-figure sales team. There's a lot of young whippersnappers around that day. And they said, what was your biggest challenge if you run a marathon? And I said, I hit the wall, mile 18. And that's what I'm most afraid of. Now, I was a young guy. So me to raise my hand and say I was afraid was a big deal. And they said, Shay, we do something that's going to help you. And they didn't use those words, but I'm paraphrasing. They said, what we're going to do is we're going to put together a methodology just for you. Write this down in your notes. You must have a methodology. That's why I want you to understand the 4S formula, which I'm going to give you about building your sales team. The systems beat goals every single time. They said there must be a methodology. And I said, okay. And they said, one of our methodologies is when we hit mile 16 in training, we're going to have this mantra that we're going to use. And that's going to help you with your mindset and your belief systems. I said, oh my gosh, here we go again. I'll follow the system. We're going to run 9 miles, and then we're going to walk 1 mile, or run 6 minutes, walk 1 minute, whatever it was. We're going to do that. That was the system. And then we hit mile 16. The day we had to make that long run, I was nervous. Actually, I was afraid. Now, I was like many of you. I already had my goals, so I already had my little vision up there, what I wanted to do. And we were running. We hit mile 16. They said, Shay, just start singing along with us. And we were only running 18 that day. And the saying we had was, I'm trained, I'm strong, I'm ready. So I got to mile 16, and we all chanted together, I'm trained, I'm strong, I'm ready. I'm trained, I'm strong, I'm ready. See, that's a system. I'm trained. That means I put in the work. I'm strong. That means I'm physically ready. And I'm ready for this. And that's what I want you to put down in your notes right now. I want you to write down for your system. One of the systems I want you to tell yourself is you're building your sales team, because I'm going to take you right there with you. I want you to write down, I'm trained, I'm strong, and more importantly, I'm ready. Put that in your notes right now. I'm trained, I'm strong, and I'm ready. I'm trained, I'm strong, and I'm ready. I'm going to train you on how to build a 7-figure sales team. You're going to be strong because you're going to have the systems in place to make it happen, and I'm ready. So I'm trained, I'm strong, I'm ready. Whenever there's any doubt there, if you can do this, is this for someone else? I want you to tell yourself, I'm trained, I'm strong, I'm ready. I'm trained, I'm strong, I'm ready. Repeat after me right now. And it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if someone thinks you're crazy right now. Repeat after me on the count of 3. Just repeat after me. I'm trained, I'm strong, I'm ready. One more time. This is a little interactive. Come on in here. Come on in with me. We're gonna get to the cool stuff. Come on in here with me. I'm trained, I'm strong, I'm what? Ready! Yes, that's you right now. That's you right now. And if that's you, you look right below the video. If that's you, you send me a message. If that's you, you type right below the feed right now, I'm ready. Just put hashtag ready. Put a hashtag ready. Put a hashtag ready. Because we're ready for this. I'm going to give you the methodology, give you the philosophy, give you the steps, and you're going to do this thing. So go ahead and look right below the video right now. Look right below the video right now and just write those words. I'm ready. Just put ready. Put hashtag ready. Now, only do this if you're ready. If you ain't ready, don't put hashtag ready. Just don't do that. But for those folks that are ready out there, like Renetta Jones says ready, just like hey, what's up, Barbara Patterson? Go ahead and write down hashtag ready. And if someone's writing those words right now, I want you to encourage them, by the way. Don't do this by yourself. We're going to get into how to make money. We're going to get into all this. This is just day one. But I want only the people who are serious, only people who are ready to go to another level. You and I, we're going to do this together. Why? Because you're trained, you're strong, and you're ready. And one of my core beliefs is that systems beat goals every single time. And so I think the only reason that you may not have been able to build a sales team is maybe there was no system. You have a system for your finances. You have a system and a methodology for how you're going to keep your relationships going. You have a system right now for how you're going to take care of your kids. You have a system right now for how you're going to be a leader in the community. You have a system for how you're going to do things at the office. Now we're going to just build a system. That's all we're going to do right now. We're going to build a system so that you finally can crack this code. Yeah. I said I'm going to give you the 4S formula. I'm going to do that, and then I'll move on. The 4S formula. Let me give that to you right now. The 4S formula. Here it is. It's S plus S plus S equals S. Go ahead and jot that down in your notes. Just put this in your notes. It's one of my core beliefs. You can use this for your sales team, but let me give you the 4S formula so you know what I'm talking about, right? So you and I were in this together. The 4S formula says systems plus strategy plus sales equals a successful CEO. Put that in your notes. Systems plus strategy plus sales equals a successful CEO. You might say, wait a minute, Shay, what is a system? Well, a system is just your methodology. It's just the processes. Systems are duplicatable. Systems are repeatable. What is your system right now for generating revenue in your business? I'm going to bring the sales team as one of the systems, but what's your system? Number two, what is the strategy? We use the evergreen revenue model, which is how do you reduce your labor? How do you reduce your time? How do you do something one time and it runs on without your ongoing supervision? We'll underline that with the evergreen selling system, which does include a sales team. You can do it yourself, but I'm helping you have a sales team so you can push out your labor. You can take back your time and you can do other things than focusing on just always on the phone or always on an appointment or always selling. So that's the strategy. And then what is sales? Sales provides the revenue to purchase all of the resources necessary to execute the big vision you have for the people you were called to serve. And isn't that what we talked about earlier? You have a vision for the people you were called to serve. Didn't we talk about all roads in business lead to a professional sales presentation? And maybe you're wondering as you're going through this, you're thinking to yourself, gee whiz, I mean, I need to be able to stay in this conversation. And if you're wondering, hey, will I be able to see this again? Yeah, make sure you text the word, I think it's right down there, team, which is right down there below. And we'll make sure you get the replay of this and all that cool stuff. So if you're out there and you're like, I want to hear this again, just text the word team right below and they'll get you everything you need out there. But for some of you, you're like, wow, Shay, I get it. So what is a successful CEO? Put this in your notes. And I want you to hear this. A successful CEO is a person with more cash flow, more profits, and more freedom to do the things they want to do. Now, you want to text the word team to that number 999-3515. Text the word team to that number. Don't call me. Text it to 202-999-3515. If you haven't done that yet or haven't connected over at Sales Team Network, which I think brings you back here now, but text the word right now, team, to 202-999-3515, and you'll get the replay and you'll be able to see us a second or third time, by the way. But what is a successful CEO? Well, they have more cash flow, they have more profits, and they have freedom. Now, I want you to put those three things down in your notes real quick. I want you to put those three things down in your notes just real quick. And the reason I want to do this is that I want to talk about the difference between a happy entrepreneur and a successful CEO. So a successful CEO, and I want you to wonder, are you a successful CEO, or it's not about being a grindpreneur? It's not about being a solopreneur. It's not about being a happypreneur or a Christianpreneur. It's all about being a successful CEO. See, a successful CEO, put this in your notes. Maybe this is not you. One, successful has what? More cash flow. So do you have cash flow coming into your business right now, or do you need more? Haven't met one entrepreneur yet that doesn't want more cash flow. Maybe I should put a bigger one. I should put red so you can see it. More cash flow. Maybe you want higher profits. That means you're selling something now, but you're not getting paid what you're worth. And you're like, you know what? I'm worth so much more that if I did that, I would have higher profits right now. So you want more cash flow. You want higher profits. The second thing you want to make sure is that you have and this is a big one. If you didn't put anything down, circle this one. You have more freedom more freedom to do the things you want to do with your time. So you have more freedom to volunteer, more freedom to help other people, more freedom to make a difference. And I want you to imagine, how would that feel right now is after this conversation and after this challenge, you have more cash flow. That means more money coming in your bank account. You have higher profits. You're spending less than you make. Hear me. And you have more freedom. And all this is a result of you finally building a sales team. Yeah, I love the brand Happy Entrepreneur, and I love being happy. There's nothing wrong with that, but you can be happy and be broke. You can be happy and still not have any clients. You're a successful CEO. You're running an enterprise. You went down there and filed paperwork, maybe with the government, right? You're paying your taxes. You're doing all the things a successful CEO has to do. But more importantly, put this in your notes, because most folks, when you ask them what a CEO is, they think they're running an operation. They think they're doing this. They know it all. They're smart. No. A successful CEO just has more cash flow, higher profits, and at the end of the day, more freedom to do the things they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it, with whom they want to do it with. And that's what the sales team is going to do for you. It's going to release that pressure for you. And if you're ready to be a successful CEO, one of the things that I share with all my clients, and many of you are out there right now that get a chance to work with us and behind the scenes, go ahead and jot this down. This is an affirmation that I want you to have in your notes. You might want to take a picture of the screen and even post this out there. And this is so important. What's up, Sophia? Thanks for joining. What's up? Thank you so much. What's up, Linda Smith? It's always a pleasure. And all of you out there watching, I wish I could call all of your names. Greg, I see you, my man. Write this down. This is a daily affirmation. And this is something I want you to tell yourself 7 times a day for the next 7 days. I am a successful CEO. I am a successful CEO. I am a successful CEO. Put down your notes. I am a successful CEO. Put down your notes. I am a successful CEO. Now, why are you a successful CEO? More cash flow, higher profits, and more freedom. It's a very simple formula. More cash flow, higher profits, and more freedom. So I want you to put down, I am a successful CEO. And I want you to put this on a challenge. I'm going to challenge you right now. And I want you to do me a favor. We're going to do something, and then I'm going to get on to some cool training. I really am. But I want you to do me a favor. I want you to text the word successful. Oh, let me so y'all can. We're going to text the word God darn it, Shay. Can you make this smaller? Oh, you can? Oh, good. Let's make this smaller. There we go. Text the word successful CEO. So text the word successful CEO to, and this is my personal cell phone. I know all y'all not going to, well, you know what? Let me make this thing easy. God darn it. Okay. I'm trying to do something. That's not going to work. That really doesn't work, does it? Okay. Let's try something else. Text the word. Shay, me and my team, they're looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm off script. Okay. I'll get back on script. Text the word CEO to, and this is only for those folks that want to be held accountable over the next 7 days. We're going to do something really special. No cost. There's no money involved here. So this is just me wanting to help some of you who are out there right now. Text the word CEO to my number. This is my personal cell number, 202-270-1662. Then you're going to text the word. Now I want you to make sure when you text the word that you put your first name and put your last name. So we're going to pause for a second, just a second. And I want you to take out your phone right now. Take your phone out right now. And I want you to text the word CEO. Now that's my personal cell number. I'm going to send you the affirmation over the next 7 days. Not only are we going to have that affirmation, but as we're going through the challenge, you and I will be on the sidelines. This is not for everybody. It's no cost, but it's for those folks that are ready to truly be a successful CEO. They want to have more cash flow. You want to have higher profits. You want more freedom. And you want to make sure the sales team, which I'm going to walk you through, is going to do that. But you're like in the VIP crew, right? You're like the special. Like, nah, I'm all in, Shay. I'm not halfway in. I'm not playing around. I'm not here just to be entertained, but I'm here to do the homework. I'm all in. And if you're all in right now, text the word CEO right now to 270-1662. Include your first name so I know who you are. Include your last name as my personal cell, so you won't get a response right away, but I will get everything over to Lauren, and we will do that. And then we're gonna do something really cool. We're gonna do something really special. And I don't know what it is. I just thought of it, but I said, you know what? There's some people out there that are like me. What's up, Lynn, Ty? Thanks for joining. And they're like, you know what, Shay? Yeah, this is really my time. And I'm like, all in. Yeah. And you're going to do the daily affirmation. And I'm going to do a daily affirmation. Now just text the word. There it is. Oh, I took it down. Oh, sorry. I'll put up for 30 more seconds. And then we got to go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got some training to get to. I just had it on my heart to share it with you, and I got a little carried away. But this is day one. Don't worry. We got a whole agenda, which I'm behind on. Don't worry. Don't panic. Rule number one, don't panic. We're gonna make it all work. Because I know right now that all my successful CEOs, Cynthia Brown, Daryl, Mike, Carol, I see you, Regina, Jerry, Gene, all of you are out there right now. At the end of the day, we all want to be successful CEOs. More cash flow, higher profits, and freedom. So when someone tells you I'm a CEO of my company, I want you to be thinking more cash flow, higher profits, and freedom, and a sales team to help drive it, because they ain't doing all the work themselves. Or they can still be a solopreneur. I'm not a solopreneur. I'm out of that business, man. Who wants to be in that business? Oh my gosh. So here's what I'm going to tell you, and we'll get going. If you don't want to sell, the best thing you can do is hire someone who does. Build your own sales team. If you don't want to sell, if that's just not your thing, it's okay. The best thing you can do is hire someone who does. And as I was telling you earlier, when I was talking to someone, I was sharing with them some of the challenges. And when they told me what they thought about a salesperson, I said, let's break this stigma, right? I was at an event about 2 years ago, and I was on stage, right? This is back when we could be live, and I feel like I'm live now. I feel like we're all having virtual hugs, and I feel like we're all in this together. And if you're tuned in and you can see me right now, and you can see in my eyes and you're listening, and I haven't met you, but I do know you want more, and you want to do more, and you want to be more. That I believe in you. Just do me a favor, drop a number one right below. Just if you did already, just do it a number one. This is interactive. Just drop a number one, because we're on a separate team. If you can't do it right now, understand. But if you can, drop a number one, because this one idea I shared with her really created a breakthrough for her, and she hasn't started her team yet, but she doesn't resist selling anymore. And I told her this. I said, look. If you have a problem with selling and you don't want to ask for the money, it's possible you're making it about you. And this is a person who was a financial planner. Now, can you imagine a financial planner that doesn't see themselves in sales? Has anyone ever met a financial planner that didn't see themselves in sales? Didn't see themselves as a CEO? Heck no. All my CEOs are out there right now. They all want more cash flow, higher profits, freedom, and a sales team. And I said, listen, here's what we're going to do. And I thought this was important for her, and I think it's important for you. As I said, we're going to change it. I asked her 3 questions. Before I asked her those questions, I said, look, can you serve people? Duh, Shay, of course I can. I said, okay. Let me give you 3 words that's going to help you. And I'm going to give you all these 3 words as well. And hopefully they'll create a breakthrough if you have a resistance to selling, although you have a team, and you don't want the team to have resistance to selling, especially when we're interviewing, and we'll talk about interviewing, I think tomorrow, we'll talk about hiring people. Today I gotta give you the 5 components, but we'll talk about hiring. I can't wait. Recruiting and hiring is so much fun. And automation, I can't wait. We got a whole lineup. But I gave her these 3 words. Let me give you these 3 words that helped her out. It's gonna help you out as well. And I said, here's what I want you to know about selling. Selling equals service. Selling equals service. Selling equals service. Selling equals what? Service. Put that down in your notes. Jot that down in your notes right now. Selling equals service. I said, can you just serve other people? Can you make a difference for other people? She said, Shay, I can do that all day long and twice on Sunday. I said, great. Selling at the end of the day equals service. So I said, can you do 3 things? She said, sure. I said, number 1, can you at least tell people that there's a problem that exists on the planet? Duh, Shay, I can do that. I said, okay, selling is about education. In fact, as you're out there right now, I want you to jot these words down in your notes. Let's put these in your notes, and then we'll move to the cool stuff. But I said, number 1, selling is about education. Put that in your notes. I said, can you educate people that there's a problem on the planet? She said, I can do that. All right, then selling equals service. I said, number two, selling is about leading. I said, can you lead people to how you do solve a problem? She said, yeah, Shay, I can do that too. I said, okay, I got it. So you with me so far? You understand that selling equals service, selling equals service, selling equals service. So we're going to serve first. We're going to add value first. Serve, then add value, then serve, then add value. So I said, you understand that selling is about education. And you, as you listen, how does that relate to you? Can you get up every single day and can you at least tell someone that there's a problem on the planet? That's why you exist. If your answer is yes, you can do this. I said, then second, selling really is about leading. Can you at least tell folks how you solve a problem? Tisha, I can do that. Well, great. We're already on the right path. And third, and this is probably the most important, third, selling is about, writing too fast, moving people to action. I say, can you at least, after you talk to folks, can you at least tell them how you solve the problem? Say, Shay, I can do that. I said, great. If you can do that, then we're on the right path, man. You're doing it. You're all in. And maybe as you're listening to me right now, you're like, yeah, Shay, selling is about service. Selling is about service. Selling at the end of the day is about what? Service. The one thing about revenue, and about being something important here, the one thing about revenue is it shows up in your service. See, the reason we want to have a sales team is not all about the money. So we want to have more people that can serve more folks because we have this big vision for the people we were called to serve. I'm trying to connect the dots for you. We got people we want to serve. They've got a problem. We need more profits. We want to reduce our time and reduce our labor. And we know that the more we serve, the more revenue shows up. So revenue shows up in the service that we do. So if your bank account doesn't reflect how good you are right now, then we've got to look at how we are serving more people. And what can we do differently to actually be able to serve and help more people? You see, put this in your notes, take a picture of this, please. Selling is just a process by which we exchange value for value. If you're not selling, you're not serving. Let me say that again. I'm about to bring the team up because it's about to get raw. But I had to lay the foundation for this whole 5-day Build Your Sales Team Challenge. But I want you to know what selling is. I want you all to have a clear definition. Selling is just a process by which we exchange value for value. So if you are not selling, you are not serving. I got to mention that. I got to make sure you understand it because selling equals service. Selling equals service. Selling equals what? Service. That's right. Selling equals service. So maybe you're like my son out there, and maybe you have a son or you have a daughter, or maybe you have a grandchild, or maybe you have a niece or nephew, or someone's borrowed your car before. And my son, when he was like younger, used to drive my car, and still does drive my car, by the way. Can you imagine that? He still drives my car. And they have their own cars. And one thing about kids, when they drive the car, they leave out, and when they come back, the gas is always gone, right? So people always say, Shay, I serve all the time. Shay, I serve all the time. But let me tell you something. When you serve without selling, it's like bringing the car back with no gas. You're out there serving, you're out there helping, you're out there doing the best you can, but guess what's not going on? You're not serving. And so since selling equals service, then we got to serve more folks. It's like you're out there every day and you're bringing back the gas. Everyone jot this one idea down in your notes. Put this in your notes. Cars run on gas. Business runs on revenue. Someone put that in your notes right now. Don't miss that. Cars run on gas. Business runs on revenue. So I want you to jot right down in the video right below, write those words right below in the videos. Cars run on gas. Business runs on revenue. So we have to have a system that we implement in order for what? A system we implement to solve problems. A system we implement to find people who have a problem. So we have a system. We find people who have a problem. We then serve, and then now we build the revenue in the car. I want you to catch this. It's going to sound simple, but I want you first to hear it a second time. Then I got to move on, but I want you to don't miss this. This is another golden nugget. Cars run on gas. Business, my friend, Business, my friend, business, my friend, business, my friend, it runs on revenue. So check this out. Check this out. Successful CEO, more cash flow, got it. Higher profits, got it. Freedom, got it. The sales team is going to do this for us. So this is not your labor, this is not your time. But now we look at it, now we understand the problem. We just got to serve more people. We have to sell. We don't have to try to convince nobody. We ain't got to be slick or sleazy and none of that. All we got to do is serve. And when we serve, the magic happens. See, okay. Cars run on gas. But that's not, you know that to be true because you have a car, I have a car, we get that, right? But business runs on revenue. It's a very simple formula and a concept, but I want you to make sure that you follow the concept because most folks, they don't understand that the driving factor is service. Because selling equals service, selling equals service, selling equals what? Service. Selling equals service, selling equals service, selling equals what? Service. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that. And so we're going to serve more people. And every time we serve, we're putting gas in the car. Every time we serve, we're putting revenue in the business. Every time we serve, every time we serve, every time we serve, every time we serve, we have more cash flow, higher profits, more freedom, and it's going to be the sales team. That's the system that we're going to implement. Because you are a what? Successful CEO. You're not just a CEO. You are a successful CEO. There's an adjective before that. Now, I gotta give you the 5 components, which I'm going to do, but I want to make sure that that's clear. I want to make sure you're aware of that. And there's no way, I just cannot leave you and you not know that. It would bother me. It would bother me too tremendously. So when you bring the car back on empty, someone has to fill it up, right? So all my marketing friends out there, please don't get upset at me. Don't send me any mad emails. I know that happens sometime. But I want you to know that marketing is sexy. It really is. You watching some slides here. We've got some good hookups over there. There's some marketing stuff over there, some marketing stuff over here, and some marketing stuff over here with me over here. Yes. That's sexy. Marketing is sexy. At the end of the day, it's so sexy. But selling is service. Selling is service. Selling is what? Selling is service. See, I was talking to one of my colleagues, and one of the things I shared with them was I said, here's how I see the world. And I see the world through a sales lens, and that's why I'm so glad you all are here right now. I said, branding helps your business. The colors look good. I mean, I got great branding. Thank gosh, I'm blessed with a great team. So branding helps my business. Marketing helps the business. Some of you got the flyer, or some of you went to the web page, and some of you watched the video. But there's only one way to stay in business. There's only one way to fund the branding. There's only one way to fund the marketing. There's only one way to pay the coach. There's only one way to be able to go to a seminar or go to an event or buy a boot camp. There's only one way to do that. There's only one way only. Sales keeps you in business. Should be you. Sales keeps you in business. All roads in business lead to professional sales presentation. I said that how we started off. Selling will solve any business problem. Selling will solve any business problem. I want you to know something. And I want you to hear me. I want you to listen. Because it's not about me saying that sales is better than anyone else. That's not what I'm here to do. But I am here to drive a point on day one. And this is why I want you to stick in this the entire time. This is why I want us all to be in this together. This is why I want us to work together. And I'm glad you're part of this Build Your Sales Team Challenge. It might have been the first time you've ever been part of this ever in your life. But I'm so glad that you're here. And the fact that you're here says a lot. It really does. It says so much about who you are and the person you are and the character that you are. So without sales, you will always have more going out. Let me say that again. Without sales, you will always have more going out. Let me say that a little differently. Without sales, you will always have more going out than you have coming in. So selling is really serious business. A sales team is serious business. For many of you, the sales team is going to be the difference between whether you are profitable, whether you have more time, more freedom, or whether you remain a solopreneur or a strugglingpreneur or a grindpreneur or all-nightpreneur or whatever preneur they are out there these days. One thing we know is a successful CEO is something different than an entrepreneur. And so if you're out there right now, you're like, Shay, I know you're about to get into the 5 components of a 7-figure sales team. You're gonna release that right now, and I get it, and we're gonna go through that now. I know we're gonna go through that, but as I'm listening to you, I'm thinking to myself, I really would like to, how can I say this? I really would like to, Shay, get something customized. It's time for me to generate more revenue in my business. It's time for me to have that more serious conversation. And if that's you, as you're out there watching right now, you're like, Shay, I just need someone to customize it for me. Yeah, I'm gonna go through the challenge. I'm gonna do the homework, but I just want to have a conversation to see how this can apply in my industry, for my situation, for my product, for my service, for what I'm doing now. And there's no charge, there's no cost, but I would recommend, if you can hear the sound of my voice, you text the word revenue to 202-270-1662. Now, when you text the word revenue to 202-270-1662, you will get a response back. Follow the instructions, and let's just have a one-on-one conversation with me or one of my certified revenue coaches. For me, the first 10 people that do it, I'll personally call myself, and that's a commitment I'm making, to call myself, because I want to help you. And I want to see your business go to another level. This is only for folks that need revenue. If you don't need revenue, it's okay. I said branding makes you look sexy. I'm cool with that. Marketing makes you look good. I'm okay with that. But sales keeps you in business. And so if that's you, text the word revenue right now. Text the word revenue to 202-270-1662. Again, 202-270-1662. When you do, please put your first name so I know who you are. Put your last name, please, no matter when you hear this, so I know who you are. Put your best contact number. I'm going to reach out to you personally. That's my commitment. I'm dedicated the next 5 days to helping folks build their sales team, having them make sure that they have revenue in their business. Cars run on gas. Business runs on revenue, and that they focus more on service, folks. They focus more on service so that at the end of the day, we can take them back to where they want to go to. And I'm looking forward to that conversation. I really am. And just so we can just do a quick recap. Is it okay if I do a quick recap? Am I able to do a quick recap? Because I just want to take them back to day one so they can just see and just take maybe 2 minutes and just kind of walk through, not the slides and all that, but I just want them to make sure they get the points, because many of them, this is their year. This is their moment. And yeah, I get it that we were in the middle of a global health crisis, and I get it we were in the middle of a global health pandemic, I should say, in the middle of a financial pandemic, in the middle of a social racist pandemic. We're in the middle of a lot of things right now, but you showed up. The fact that you're here says you have the potential inside of you to perform at a much higher level than whatever level you're performing at right now. And if you woke up this morning and your eyes opened, which they did, and you've got oxygen in your lungs, which you do, and you're breathing right now, it says you're still in the game. You're still in the fight. My father, Marshall Brown, he's no longer here. He passed away May 2nd, 2017. And one of the things my father, Marshall Brown, used to say is never give up, never give in, and never give out. So you're at the right place. We're going to do this together. I just want to share with them, if I can, just a quick recap, if I can, because we started doing so many things. Day one, welcome to Build Your Sales Team Challenge. We're going to talk about the components of a 7-figure sales team, which I'm going to go over right now. So I'm going to walk you through each of those, and then over this week, you're going to go do each of those, by the way. And then I talked about that all roads in business lead to a professional sales presentation. And this is very important because all of your marketing, all of your branding, all of your books, all of your Facebook ads, all the coaches, all the training, everything you're doing right now, all this work you're doing leads to a professional sales conversation. And so your team will be able to handle this. Right now, maybe you are the team. maybe you are the number one salesperson. Some of you have teams. I know that. I get it. And some of you, you've always been the only salesperson because only you can do what you do, right? I hear that all the time. Topic for another time. And then I talk about the reason why we're focusing on the sales team, the reason why we're slowing down right now so that we can speed up in your business and we're taking this time is you have a vision for yourself, how you want to live. Some of you want to hire a personal coach, a fitness trainer. Some of you want to eat the right foods. Others of you, you have a vision for your loved ones, the ones you care the very most about. So you need revenue to purchase those resources. And then others of you just have a vision for the people you were called to serve. I told you I'm a believer, so I believe that God's given us a vision that's much bigger than ourselves. And somewhere in the Bible, it even says he says, I alone can't do this. Now, if the man himself said, I can't do it alone, he even started with 12 disciples, then the question always is, what's up with what? You. What's up with me? So success is a team sport. It's going to start with a sales team. I got you on that. And then we start talking about systems beat goals every single time. And that's why I'm glad to introduce the sales system to you. Sales team is part of a system because that's my number one philosophy that I teach wherever I go. Systems beat goals every single time. You never get to your goal. Your goal is always in the future. You're never there, but you're always using systems to get to your goals. And so when you become a successful CEO, you have more cash flow, higher profits, freedom because of a sales team. And I want you to keep this. If you didn't take a picture of this earlier, I want you to take a picture of this because this right here, this is the driver. You see we have stuff hanging over here and I got stuff hanging on a lot of the walls, but there's certain things that drive me and I'm sharing them with you and I share them with some of my clients as well. And then cars run on gas, business runs on revenue. And so now with that understanding, we're going to talk about the 5 components. I'm going to give them to you today and we're going to go deep in one area. So I'm going to give you all 5 components so that you have them. And then we're going to slow down and I'm going to go deep in one area. And then tomorrow we're going to explore that area. And then we're going to go deep in other areas throughout this challenge. My request of you, I should say, my big ask of you, that you play full out. That you show up, you participate, you do the homework, you stay engaged, you and I, like right now, if you can watch, be right there, tuned in with me. If you can listen to me, because you got to do other things, I understand, but block off this time. Let's be present. I love what Jim Rohn says. Jim Rohn said, wherever you are, be there. So I'm going to ask that you be here right now. And it might be the first time you've ever participated in a conversation around building a sales team. For some of you, it's the very first time. It's not your fault. It's that no one ever invited you, or you didn't know, or you were on that list, or you were in that group. You are now. And so going forward, you now have a responsibility to build a sales team. You have a responsibility to serve more people. You have a responsibility to get the resources to execute all 3 visions you have for the people you were called to serve. And I'm blessed and thankful to be on this journey with you because together, we're going to do this thing. We're going to do the doggone thing. We're going to do the thing. If that's you and you all in, look right below the video and type all in. Put hashtag all in. Because we are all in. There is no turn back. The pedal is to the metal. It is full steam ahead. And this will be our best 30 days ever. At least the next 5 days. We'll get you off to a good start. That's my promise to you. So some of you have already texted in the word revenue to 202-270-1662. If you haven't done that, go ahead and text the word revenue right now to 202-270-1662. All my all-in folks like Clara and Vanetta and Regina and Lynette and all of them, you just all in, baby. We all in, all the way in. We're going to have so much fun. It's only a couple hours, Connie, but we're going to have a lot of fun together. Text the word revenue right now to 202-270-1662. And then put your first name, put your last name, put your best contact number and phone number and email. We're going to go to another email. What's up, Donata? J.M. Stokes in the house. All in. I'm all in. If it's just me and you, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're all in. So much fun. This is like a lot of fun, really. Like, seriously, I'm having a really good time. But I've got to teach some stuff, so I've got to get working here. So I love it. But I wanted to lay the foundation for the rest of the day because without the foundation, We can't, pardon me, I gotta drink some water here. I keep drinking all this water. We might take a break. I'm joking. But I gotta keep drinking water. You gotta stay hydrated. You really do. Anyway, excuse me. Back to our regularly scheduled commercial of where we are. 31 ounces. We might have a break, ladies and gentlemen. We might have a break. Okay, I'm all in. You're all in. Let me see where we are. I've got to wear these. I've tried to resist these. Have you ever tried to resist something? It's like a sales team. You resisted really doing the sales team, and you hadn't really done it yet, and you had a big resistance to it. And now you're gonna learn the 5 components of it. But you know what it'll do for you. You know business needs revenue. You resisted. Well, I've resisted these glasses for a long time, and although I have contacts, I've got to wear glasses just to make sure I can see where we are, believe it or not. Okay, all right, that's the signal. They're like, go, Shay, go. But anyway, if you wear glasses and you understand, well, I have my AARP card now, okay? So my wife bought me more than one pair. Anyway, I resisted these. Can you believe I have like 6 pair of these now? Like one here, one in the other office, one in the office upstairs, one in my car, one by the bed. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? But who knew you were going to be building a sales team today? Who knew that you're going to make this a focus? Who knew you were going to put this on your plan? So here are the 5 components of building a 7-figure sales team. Let me give you all 5 components as we go one by one. I'll put them up on the board as well, but I'll put them here first. The first one is a salesperson. And I'm going to give you those, and then we're going to talk about the salesperson, okay? Let me give them to you first. Salesperson is number 1. Number 2 is a sales affiliate, just so you can write them down. And then we're going to talk about the salesperson today. Number 3 is a sales ambassador. I'll talk about the difference of these in a moment. Number 4 is digital sales solutions. We'll talk about that. And the 5th one is a sales cheerleader. We'll talk about that. So we're going to talk about all of these in just a moment, because there are the 5 components of a 7-figure sales team. And so when you think about the 5 components of a 7-figure sales team, the first one you think about that's always top of mind is always number 1, I think, on the list for most folks, is a salesperson. Now, we're going to talk about how to hire a salesperson and all that, but let's talk about the difference, if we can, in the 5 components. And I want you to put these in your notes. So I'll put the notes on the board, and then what I'll do first is, just so you can have all 5 components, let's just, in case you missed them, let's just slow down, then I'll go to the board. But let's go to the digital board. This is so much fun. All right, so we said 5 components. The first component is a sales rep. Now, the sales rep, I'm gonna put a few things down here. A sales rep works on 100% commission. So they work on 100% commission. A sales rep understands sales all of your products. And the sales rep only is paid on what they bring in. So that's what 100% commission is, right? They only pay what they bring in. So what people normally tell me in the beginning is they say, Shay, I got some problems here because I got to hire a salesperson. How do I hire? How do I recruit? How do I train? I'm going to get into that throughout this week. But I first want you to write down in your first homework assignment is you're going to commit to having a salesperson on your team who works on 100% commission. Now, when I do this exercise live, most folks say, Shay, and I tell them, when I ask the question, how come you haven't hired a salesperson yet? And typically they give me a laundry list of reasons why. And maybe you have some reasons why. But like if you and I were one-on-one right now, and you look right below the video right now, and just tell me why, just put down the challenge hiring a sales rep. And they normally give me all the challenges, right? The number 1 challenge typically is, and you put down what's one reason you have not hired a sales rep. No, seriously. I want you to pause. Don't be on Facebook right. Well, I guess you're on Facebook if you're watching on Facebook. But don't be doing anything else right now, okay? And what's one of the reasons why you have not hired a sales rep? Most folks say, can't afford it. Right? No money, can't afford to hire someone right now, Shay. Got it. What's another reason why you don't hire a sales rep? I'm sorry? No, like look right below the video. What's another reason? One reason he says, I can't afford it. What's another reason why you don't hire a sales rep? Okay. Hard to find good sales reps. Okay, so they're kind of hard to find. I got it. What's another reason why you haven't hired a sales rep? Like seriously, let's do an honest assessment. This is not a beat me up session. This is just you and I having a conversation. What's another reason? Oh, okay, I got it. Time. I don't have time to train one. Okay, can't afford it. Hard to find good salespeople. Don't have time to train them. Oh, I hear you. I'm sorry. I should. Oh, okay. What I sell, only I can sell. Now go ahead. No, seriously, I want you to put down right now, what's one of the challenges you have hiring a sales rep? Seriously. Someone said, don't know where to find a good one. Someone says, I don't know how, hard to find. Okay, finding a person of integrity. Okay, that's a good one. That's the first time I heard that one. I like that one. We're going to put that one down. Okay, finding a person of integrity. Okay, can't afford one. Hard to find. Got it. Time to train them. When will I train them? Got it. What I sell, only I can sell. Got it. Finding a person of integrity is going to represent my company. Fair. That's fair. All these are fair. Let me make sure I didn't. Now I know many of you are on many different platforms, so I'm not bouncing around all as much as I can. And so someone said, I never knew that I should be doing this. Okay, I'll put that. Never knew. That's a good one. Never knew. Okay. And someone else put, it wasn't in the plan. So it wasn't in the plan, which I want to start and just address one, and then we're going to talk about how to hire and how to find people and all that. But let's just talk about the first one. And how many would agree? I would say by a show of hands, but how many agree that's watching right now that if we can get this one right here, can't afford taken care of, you'd be all in with hiring someone tomorrow. If that's you, look right below the video and put me. Just type the word me. Just type the word me. And if you're silent somewhere and you can't write it, just write me. Just say me. And we're going to start here. Can't afford. Can't get to all these in the time I have, but we're going to get to can't afford. You just can't afford one right now. And I'm with you. I'm following you. So let me tell you what comes up and what I've done to help folks just in the very beginning, because this is going to create a breakthrough for you. Because if you're saying to yourself, I can't afford one, but if I could, Shay, I would definitely have a salesperson, for sure. Count me into that one. Okay. So this is what we normally do. This is what I do live when we're on seminars and stages. First, let me give you a distinction. And the distinction is a understanding beyond common knowledge. Let me say that again. A distinction is an understanding beyond common knowledge. So the distinction is I want you to make a commitment that you're going to hire a salesperson first. Okay. But let me tell you what a salesperson is. Salesperson, they're working on 100% commission. That means they only get paid for selling something, okay? And let's just do the math first, because I always say that every entrepreneur, every successful CEO will have a salesperson. Now, it's rare, I shouldn't say every, but most will have one. If not two, if not three, if not four. Now, let's just imagine right now that you hire a salesperson on 100% commission. I'm going to teach you how to train them. We'll train them for you at no cost, so don't worry about that, okay? But let's just say they're trained. They work on 100% commission, and they go out and they generate $20,000. Now, for some of you, that's not a lot of money. For some of you, that's a lot. And let's call this new business, new revenue. How many out there say if someone generates $20,000 in new revenue, I'm all in. I'm all in. Okay, but let's just say $20,000 in revenue. Okay, and let's just say that you decide that you're going to pay them a 20% commission. Now, the commission changes by industry. It depends on your profit margins, but I'm just picking a number, 20% right now. So don't hold me to 20%, okay? But I want you to hear me. And I want you to listen. I want you to make the commitment. I will hire a sales rep. I'm going to tell you how to do it. We're going to train you on how to hire someone and find someone tomorrow. But $20,000. They make $4,000 in sales. I'm sorry, we're going to pay them a 20% commission. So that's $4,000. 20% commission. Now, I want you to follow me. You had no revenue coming in without your labor. You hire one salesperson. They go out. They work on behalf of your company when you're not there. They talk to clients. They do the lead generation. They make the phone calls. They set the appointment. Maybe you passed them some leads. I get it. Maybe you were running Facebook ads and they were running those appointments while you were here in this meeting. It doesn't matter. They went out and generated $20,000 in new revenue. That's revenue that was not to the company. The company paid $4,000, a 20% commission. We just took that number, okay? So $20,000 new revenue minus $4,000 in commission. I'm using red so it stands out, just to let you guys know that. $16,000 of revenue goes into the company coffers. Now, you might have to do some payout in here, but you've got $16,000 that come in. Now, some of you do this already for another company. Some of you work for network marketing companies, and so you go out and you sell their products and services, and they give you a little bit of the revenue that came in. Some of you right now, this is a business model that you get introduced to, could bring in top line revenue, allows you to serve more people, allows you to reach a different audience, allows you to reduce your time, allows you to have more revenue. Remember that cash flow coming in. It allows it to be profitable, more coming in than going out, and allows you to have $16,000 of revenue. Now, I want you to imagine, just imagine for a moment, that over the next 12 months, that you brought in a sales rep. And I want you to ask this question for yourself. I want you to write this down. This is a question I did for myself as well. How much revenue could you generate over the next 12 months over and beyond what you're already making without your labor? So let's just say right now that you generate, as the top salesperson in your company, you generate, I don't know, I'm making a number up. Some of you is higher, some of you is lower, but let's say you generate $100,000. So let's just say $100,000 is what you're making now. Write this down and put down me. And this is exercise I went through 7, 8 years ago, maybe a little longer now, 10 years ago now. And I was asked the same question. I wasn't through the power of these fiber optic lines. See me smiling at you? Through the power of these fiber optic lines right now, I'm connected with you. It wasn't like that, okay? I was in a sea of folks, another shining face that someone was looking at from the stage, but I was taking notes like you are, by the way. And I was in a large audience, over 800 people there. And they asked that question. I said, if you're generating $100,000, you can't see my one, can you? Sorry. You're generating $100,000 now. That's me. How much revenue without your labor could someone else generate if they only focused on sales? They only focused on lead generation. They took all your knowledge, took all your tools, took all your expertise, and went out there to save and serve the world. How much? I'm gonna submit to you. If you don't know, you're like, I don't know, Shay. I don't know. Can they do better than me? Yeah, The answer is yes, probably twice as good as you, by the way. But let's just say they went out and they generated $200,000. And this is a sales team. 1, 2, 3 reps. We can talk about that later. And this is just one component. So now you've got a team that's going to double whatever your production was. Some of you, if you did $500,000, they're going to bring in $1 million. Now, this is $200,000 of top line revenue that came in without your labor that is profitable for products and services. The sales team may go in and out. You have several different reps. They may go, maybe it's 1 or 2. They may come in and out. But the client always stays with you. So Shay, what's your point right now? My point to you, this is a question I want you to ask yourself, and I'm not asking you to post this. This is very private in a setting like we have right now. This is not appropriate, but I want you to ask the question, how much revenue are you leaving on the table? Are you missing out as a result of not having a salesperson on your sales team or multiple salespeople? Now, if you brought in 100,000, like I said, some of you, this doesn't even excite you, but let's just say it does. $100,000, and they at least match what you're doing, you're already at 200. Now, let's imagine right now that money, let's just say that right now you've got an extra $200,000 coming in every single month or every single year. And let's say that equates to, I should have did a better number, 20 times that is 200. I should say 240. Let's just say 240. 240 would have been a better number. 240. I don't have my calculator. 240. And let's just say this is an extra $20,000 a month. Now, I want you to follow me here with the math. I don't want you to get confused. I want you to kind of follow me that as a result of having a sales team, on a yearly basis, they're bringing in $240,000. You still work. You still bring your money, but now there's $20,000, I'm just saying a month, going into your bank account month after month after month after month, and your labor is not involved. And so now you've turned it out so you have predictable, reliable, consistent revenue. Someone jot that down in your notes. Consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. Now, a salesperson, what makes them unique is they understand all your products and services. They work on 100% commission. What we talk about in day 2, is it day 2? Yeah, day 2, we talk about how to recruit and train in day 2. But I want to first, before I get to a sales ambassador, a sales affiliate, a digital sales team, everyone, if you are committed to working and bringing on a salesperson that works on 100% commission as part of your business right now, and you're going to make that commitment right now, then I want you to text the word sales rep. Text it to me. I'll be your personal accountability partner. You don't have to make a public declaration if you don't want to. I'll work as your private coach. Now, there's probably several thousand of you, if not more, going to watch this and hear this. So, I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to pass that text on to my team so we can hold you accountable. But we're going to talk about this. This is one of the commitments I want you to make. Sales rep you're going to do. Put that down in your notes, because one of the components of a 7-figure sales team is a sales rep. So put that in your notes right now, and I want you to commit. Oops, wrong one. I want you to commit that you're going to have a sales rep. And if that's you, I'm going to give you the thing to text. There you go. Just text the word sales rep. Well, shoot, that's the wrong one. I thought, okay, I guess we don't have that slide, so let me do this. Boom, 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 boom. I want you just to make a commitment. Commit. Nope. You know what? We're going to do something different. We're going to go higher than a commitment. Do you know what the next level above commitment is? Do you even have an idea? The next level above a commitment is a promise. And a promise, when you make a promise to yourself, you're just more likely to do it. You commit, you might do it. When you make a promise, it means you're more likely to do it. So we're going to make a promise to ourselves. We're going to, I promise. And the reason I want you to make a promise is like I said, it's a much higher commitment. But I want you to put, I promise. And here's what I want you to promise. To hire a sales rep on commission. I promise to hire a sales rep on 100% commission. And I want you to text that to 202-270-1662. So if you wrote, I promise, can you read my handwriting? Okay, they say my handwriting's bad. Ooh, that made me work over here. Okay, let me try it again, Shay, try it again. Let's make it green this time. Okay, make it green. Okay, text it to 202-270-1662. And I want you to just text I promise. Hashtag I promise. And the reason I want you to do that, if you want to take a picture of this, like if it's me right now, I'm doing like this. You see I'm snapping the picture? You see me snap? I just snapped a picture of it. Take a picture of it. And the reason I want you to take a picture of it and text that photo to me is that I want you and I to have this promise. Now I'm going to break down how to do it and stuff like that, but I want you to promise that you're going to hire a sales rep at 100% commission that's going to generate revenue without your labor. There's some other ways to do it, but I'm giving you a source now that will make your life so much easier than before. Does that make sense? Okay, so now you wrote that down. Some of you are texting me right now. I promise to hire a sales rep on 100% commission, because we just walked you through the formula to how to do that. And you can plug in any number you want up top of there. You can plug any number you want, and you can put in, $5,000. You can reduce the commission. But when I was having the conversations 4 years ago, I was talking to someone. I should mention her name. You would know who she is. Most of you know who she is as we go through the 5 components of a 7-figure sales team. And I shared with this person. I said, look, I would hire a salesperson before I hired a VA. What? That's the way I got from them as well. You would hire a what? No, Shay, you got to be kidding me. No, seriously. I would hire a salesperson before I hire a VA. The reason is that the sales team will fund, that means bring in the revenue, so we can pay the VA, our virtual assistant, our executive assistant. I would hire a salesperson first. Do you ever ask me, Shay, what do I need in my business? A sales team. Now, I'm a little biased because we help entrepreneurs generate revenue using a sales team, because they need the revenue in order to execute the 3 visions they have in their life: their vision for themselves, their vision for their loved ones, and the vision for the people they were called to serve. So without revenue, it's like a car without gas. And since we understand that businesses run on revenue because cars run on gas, we now have that distinction. The person took me up on it. They hired one person. As a result of hiring this one person, now this is not for everybody. But 99% of you it is for. Under the 5 components of a sales team, once you hired the salesperson and the person brought in revenue, now she and I had a conversation about a year and a half later. And she said, you know what? I'm really glad I did that. Now, she's had 4 salespeople in that year. So some didn't work out. That's just part of life. Just like dating or relationships. Everyone doesn't work out, or they don't stay forever. Okay? But she got the distinction. And ever since she got that one distinction, she could do it. If I was to ask you the question right now, what's the lifetime benefit of you now having this one distinction that you must hire a salesperson in your business? What would if you had to put a monetary price on it? Like right now, like in this conversation, you say, well, what's the value of it? For some of you, it's priceless. How many ideas do you need to change your life? How many ideas do you need to change your life? That's right. One good idea implemented is better than 1,000 ideas you know right now. And you only need one idea. And so just the idea on the salesperson is pretty good. Now I'm going to go over what's different between a salesperson and a sales affiliate. We're going to talk about what software to use. Now we're going to talk about how to hire, how to train. If you just, hey, Shay, if you text me earlier and we have a conversation and that's all we talk about is how you're going to hire your person or the type of person, I'm all in for doing that. Okay, that's you got me. I'm all in. But this is a game changer. This is the one area that will create the greatest breakthrough, at least I believe, in your business. And I know that this is your time. I believe this is your year. And I believe you're going to take it to an entirely different level than you ever would have taken it ever in your life. So I'm super excited, one, about what you're doing, and more importantly, about where we're going to take it. Okay, now let's go back and show them, where did it go? Did I lose you guys? Oh, here we go. So now I'm going to go and tell you what the differences are, and then we're going to go do a deep dive, and then we're going to talk about it. And someone asked the question, what if you don't have a sales process in place yet? We're going to talk about a sales process. We're going to talk about the evergreen selling system that you can have, which is a process you can have in place. I believe there's 3 systems you need in your business for your sales rep. We'll talk about that in the hire and train, but I'll take a moment. And, yeah, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. So they want me to make sure I continue this on. Tomorrow, double tomorrow. We got 5 days, okay? We're going to be doing this for a while. And today is probably the first day we get into a lot of the methodology and the philosophy. Going forward, we get into the processes. We get into how to do it. Why is my camera going in and out? Is it me or what? Check 1, check. Can you guys see me? It'd be funny if I'm talking to myself and you couldn't see me. Feel like maybe it's my contacts. So we're going to answer that question. Do you need a process? Yes. You have a process for yourself. If you don't, if you texted in earlier the word revenue, don't worry. We'll have that conversation, but I will be breaking down at least the evergreen selling system, which is a process that anyone can use, and then we can always customize it for you. And I'll be happy to do that. So there's 5 components you need. First, you need a sales rep, a salesperson. They work on 100% commission. So when a question comes up, Shay, you also say I need a sales affiliate. What's the difference between a sales rep and a sales affiliate? Well, here's the difference. A sales affiliate understands 1 or 2 of your products or services. We'll get into sales affiliate tools, and the sales affiliate, they're only in it for the money. They're like mercenaries, by the way. They're like mercenaries. They're only in it for the money. And so they only understand 1 or 2 of your products or services. And let me ask a question. And we'll get into sales affiliates. We're going to get into, I think that's day 3. But I want you to understand, a salesperson works on commission, and they believe in what you're doing. A sales affiliate, they're in networks you're not in. They're in spaces you're not. So they bring in money because what they do matches you. So if you're a business coach and you're a sales affiliate with somebody that's a website designer, then the website designer is passing a lot of business your way, or y'all passing business back and forth. But they're only in it for the commission. They're not in it for any other reason, and it makes sense for them and their clients. Here's the question, and I want you to ask yourself, how much revenue you generate from a salesperson over the last 90 days? And then the second question, how much revenue do you generate from a sales affiliate? Understand that a sales affiliate understands 1 or 2 of your products and services. Again, we'll talk about the software to use like Lead Dino. We'll talk about Paid Kickstart and so many different ones that are out there. But right now, I just want you to get associated. I need a sales affiliate. So you got a salesperson, sales affiliate. The third one you have is a sales ambassador. And a sales ambassador, we'll get into that, they're different. The sales ambassadors, they believe in your mission, your goals, and your objectives. The sales ambassador is different from the sales affiliate because the sales affiliate is in it for the money. Different than the sales rep because they're in it for commissions. The sales ambassadors, they're in it for 2 things: rewards and recognition. We'll get into that later, rewards and recognition. We'll talk about that at another time, rewards and recognition. So they're in it because they want to be seen. They want a VIP ticket. They want to be on the inner circle. They want to be the person that's helping make the decisions behind the scenes, but they believe in your mission. They believe in your goals. They believe in your objectives. You can't motivate them for money. They don't do it for the money. It's part of your movement. And I want you to ask the question again. How much revenue did you generate over the last 90 days just in the area of brand ambassadors or sales ambassadors? And the answer for most people is probably not enough. Probably not enough. Okay, the next one we have is digital sales solutions. Now, digital sales solutions is different. This is the revenue, and someone talking about the sales process, that you generate online. This is the revenue that you generated. That $20,000 up there came from a sales rep. Digital sales solutions mean this is revenue you generate just from online revenues or through your automation processes, tools. And we're going to talk about that. Don't worry about that. But here's the question. How much revenue did you generate from just your sales, your digital sales solutions over the last 90 days? And the answer probably is not enough. The answer is not enough. And so what we're going to do is we're going to break down the components so you understand how to have your digital sales solutions, so your sales pages converting, your upsell pages converting, your down sales pages converting. There's a process in place that does not include your labor, does not include your time. Here's the question. How much revenue do you generate over the last 90 days just in the area of digital sales? Now, the reason I'm bringing all this up, and the reason this is so important, is that I want you to understand that the fastest, easiest way to grow your business is by building a sales team that goes out there and solves more problems, because selling equals service. Selling equals service. Selling equals service. And if you just tuned in, that's our core philosophy. And systems beat goals every single time. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then the last one we have is the sales cheerleader. And the sales cheerleader is how you're generating revenue based on using other software tools and systems, which we're going to talk about. So here's your homework assignment. First of all, I'll give you a homework assignment. If you haven't texted, you can text the word revenue to 202-270-1662. And when you text the word revenue, then I've committed myself to working directly with you. Myself or someone from my team are having a one-on-one meeting to customize this for you. But we'll go over the next couple of days how to train, how to hire, how to build out your sales affiliates, how to build out your sales ambassadors. I mean, that's all loaded. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. But I wanted to first drive the point home today. Salesperson. I will hire a 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 salesperson. Shay, you will not see me in another one of these challenges, and I have not hired a salesperson because you didn't know how to do it. Don't worry. We will train you. We will show you. We will do it. Text the word revenue right now. Text the word revenue to 202-270-1662. Include your first name. Include your last name. Include your best contact number in your email so we know how to reach out to you. Okay? So we know how to reach out to you. Now, with that being said, we have a couple of things that are coming up, and we have a homework assignment. Let me pull that back up. Homework. Let's go to homework. It's okay if they see it. It doesn't really matter. They can be behind the scenes. Okay. Here's your homework. This is very easy homework. I want you to answer a couple of questions. The first question is, how much revenue will you generate over the next 12 months with your sales team? Now, I gave you a simple formula for doing that, right? I gave you a simple formula. I said, take how much money did you earn? Me, let's say 100,000. And the team's always going to at least match you or double. I always say double, but they're going to at least match you. I can promise you that. But let's just say 200,000. I said 240 to make it even for you. 240. And that's about $20K a month extra coming in. Now, once you've done this, you might do it right now. That's fine. It's fine. You might do it. Once you've done that, then I want you to go to the next homework 2. Homework number 2 is, what are you going to 20K? What will you do with the extra? What will you do with the extra money? So now that we have this extra cash flow coming in, $20,000, I want you to start making a laundry list of what you would do. 1, pay debt. 2, boost retire fund. 3, vacation in Paris. Well, you're not traveling right now. But whatever it is, I want you to say, what would you do with the money? And I want you to answer just those 2 questions. Like, Shay, I can do that right now. Well, great. Do it right now. But I want it to burn into your subconscious mind. I want it to burn into your subconscious mind so you are aware that in order for you to do that, that you recognize that all roads in business will lead to professional sales presentations. See, where's this thing at? Let me go here. I'm going to go back because I want you to understand that. I want you to see that. I'm going to do a quick recap, and then we'll get ready. But I want you to do me a favor. If you're watching right now, as you're listening, go ahead and look right below the video and put what was your big takeaway. What was your big takeaway? Like, look right below the video right now. What was your big takeaway? Because your big takeaway could be someone else's big breakthrough. That's right. We're talking about how to build a 7-figure sales team, but your big takeaway could be someone else's big breakthrough. So I don't want you to hold it to yourself. I want you to look right below the video. I want you to type, what was my big takeaway? Put that down there right now. This was my big takeaway. This was my big takeaway. This was my big takeaway. And I want you to include that right now. We covered a lot of stuff over a short period of time. We covered that selling will solve any business problem. And how true is that? How true is that once you're able to really build your sales team, and you just add 1 person to the sales team, just 1. I'm recommending at least 5, but let's 1. This selling will help you generate revenue that is not there right now today. And we talked about how all roads in business lead to professional sales presentation because there's nowhere else for it to go. It must go to a sales presentation because all your marketing, all your social media, everything leads you there. But why does it lead you there? Because you have a vision right now. You have a vision for the people you were called to serve, and without the revenue, you can't execute that vision right now. And that's slowing you down. And then I introduced you to the 4S formula, my favorite. Now, we're going to talk about some stuff tomorrow, but the 4S formula basically says systems beat goals every single time. That's the foundation. That's my belief. That's where everything begins and where it ends. What system are we using? 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 That's a sales team secret. What system are we using? What system are we using? Systems beat goals every single time. Systems beat goals every single time. See, if you have a methodology, then you can encourage your team. I was listening to someone, they said, look, Shay, when we watched the Super Bowl, the New England Patriots, they were down in the 4th quarter by 28 points. But when you have a methodology, your team won't quit. When you have a methodology, your team will work as hard as they're working right now. When you have a methodology, they'll buy into the system and they'll work every single day to solve problems because they believe that there's a big problem. They're there to solve it. When you have a methodology in the system, you can be down 28-3 and still win the game, which is what the New England Patriots did. I don't want to talk about sports too much, but it's huge. Many others have done so. Now, what about you? What system will you put in place to reduce your time, reduce your labor, bring in more cash flow, have higher profits? One that I'm recommending right now is build your sales team. There's 5 components you can have, but build your sales team, please. That's my recommendation. That's what I'm suggesting you do. And then I talked about the 4S formula and how systems plus a strategy plus sales, it equals my favorite, a successful CEO. You made a commitment while we were here, and you said, you know, Shay, I'm going to make a commitment that every day I'm going to put down what my daily affirmation is, because I broke down what a successful CEO is, right? I said a successful CEO has more cash flow, higher profits, and freedom and time to do what they want to do. You are a successful CEO. You are a successful CEO. So I said, look, every single day, I want you to write this down for the next 7 days. 7 times a day for the next 7 days. 7 times a day for the next 7 days. 7 times a day for the next 7 days. I am a successful CEO. I am a successful CEO. I am a successful CEO. Why? That's the question. Why? Because systems beat goals every single time. And why do I want you to tell yourself that 7 times a day? Because maybe you've had this experience. Maybe you've been driving in your car, and all of a sudden your favorite song came on the radio, and you started singing along with the song on the radio. And when did you decide to learn the words to the song? Shay, I never decided to learn the words to the song. You didn't? No. Well, that's what's going to happen to you now. You're going to tell yourself, I am a successful CEO. You can tell yourself the systems be goals every single time. And when you do that, some of you text me already CEO. Remember, y'all text the word CEO to me. And those that did that, I want you to do it 7 times a day. And that's what's going to happen to you now. It's going to get burned into your subconscious mind. Not because of Shay Brown. No. Don't say because of me. But it is going to be a game changer for many of you that are out there and for many of you on your team. And isn't that what it's all about? Making sure that your team, when you bring them aboard, they have a philosophy, they have a methodology, that they understand that selling equals service. They no longer have to take people around, but now they've got to make sure they understand that selling equals service, selling equals service, selling equals service. We serve plus add value. And when we serve and we do that, the magic happens. And isn't that what you want at the end of the day? You want the magic to happen. You want people to understand why you do what you do. Yeah. It's got to be one of the most important topics that I teach. I love the 4S formula. It's one of my favorite. You'll see it many, many times, many different ways. But at the end of the day, it's one of the philosophies that we certainly believe in, that systems plus a strategy plus sales equals a successful CEO. Hashtag Sales Team Network. That's what it's all about. It's not about one person. Success is a team sport. You can only get so far by yourself. So with that being said, I'm excited. I know what's possible for you. And I know as you're listening for you, I know that the future is bright. Yeah, there's been some ups and some downs, some twists and some turns, some hills and some valleys. But finally in the business, you're going to get predictable, consistent, reliable revenue because you won't have to do all the work. But more importantly, you will add a team, which is going to allow you to do it faster, easier, with less stress. And you have someone like myself on this journey. And during this Build a 7-Figure Sales Team Challenge, during this Build Your Sales Team Challenge, I'm going to share, be here every day. We'll be here from what time we start that we sent to now, and block that time off just to work on not your business, not to work on your branding, not to work on your marketing, but to work on what? Yeah. To work on your sales. Because one thing I know about superstars, and this is what I believe in, and I know as you're listening, this is probably you as well, superstars, we all hold one common belief. And that belief is that we can always get better. And I know you can get better. And so I leave you with not something to brag or to boast, but I think it's important for all of us that we keep in mind that cars run on gas, business runs on revenue. So we will continue to focus on generating revenue in our business that allocates and gives us the resources that we need. I said it before, and I'll close with these words. Marketing is sexy. My team does the best job. But selling equals service. Branding will help your business. Hopefully it got you here. That's why you're watching right now, because of some of the branding that went on. Marketing helps your business. Maybe you heard about it through our marketing efforts. That's why you're here right now. Yes. But I submit to you, sales will keep you in business. Sales will keep you in business, because without sales, you will always have more going out than you have coming in. So I close with these words. Selling is serious business. Selling is serious business. Selling is serious business. Someone write that down in your notes. Put that down as your last note. Selling is serious business. Put that below in the feed. Someone put that in the comments for me, please. Put that in the comments. Selling is serious business. Selling is serious business. Selling is serious business. Because we all know one thing. Selling is serious business. Hit the share button. Hit the watch party button. Someone pay this message forward right now. Just hit the share button. And when you hit the share button, just write those words. Serve plus add value. Hit the share button, please. Hit the watch party button, please. Hit that button right now and put serve plus add value. Serve plus plus add value. Go ahead and add that right now. Serve plus add value. Serve plus add value, because selling is serious business. With that being said, for those folks that are tuning in, I want you to know that you're amazing. You're incredible. For Donita's out there, Brenda's out there, Regina's out there, Gwenna's out there, Carol's out there, Jason's out there, Justin, my man, what's up? Melvin out there, Nick that just arrived. So many out there watching right now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank all of you for hitting the share button. We're going to build this sales team together. You will hire a salesperson. You will hire a salesperson. You will hire a salesperson that works on 100% commission. This is your year. This is your time. And with that being said, I believe for you that the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. I can't wait to part 2, day 2. We talk about how to recruit. Yeah. How to hire. Yeah. And more importantly, how to train that sales rep. And then we take a deep dive into what software to use. Yes. And then how to put the sales affiliates together and the software to use. So your life and your labor is not involved. We're taking your labor out of everything. I'm excited. With that being said, I want you to remember that time is long. Life is short. We got to live in the moment and we got to make it count. With that being said, God bless. I wish you all success. Thanks for leaving your big ideas down. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Please pay this link. Build your sales team challenge with your network, and let's bless another entrepreneur. Let's bless another business owner, another speaker, another author, another coach, another network marketer, another thought leader. Someone is out there right now, and they're like, gosh, I need to know this, Shay. This is our big get back. With that being said, God bless, and I wish you success. Peace. I'm out of here. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now. See you later. We're gone. Peace. Bye, everyone.